It seems like the whole will Robert Downey Jr. continue to play Iron Man discussion has been going on forever, and it seems RDJ is stirring up the pot. In a recent discussion with The Hollywood Reporter, Downey was asked about playing Iron Man, to which he replied with the following: "I'm sure we'll ride that thing. You've got to surf that all the way into shore. I think I was at the forefront of something that was coming into being, and I think it has carried me as much as I have informed it." Christian, what do you make of Downey's remarks?
What I make of Downey's remarks is that you should get very, very excited by Avengers Age of Ultron, because that means that he had a lot of fun on the set, from which I'm hearing as well, too. Is that, now, not that he wasn't having fun beforehand, too, but once you are, you could get, fatigue could set in after a while, but the fact that he played Tony Stark again in this movie in London, and it is I think making him excited again to be playing Tony Stark. So maybe he's trying to say, you know what, maybe I can do an Iron Man 4. That could work out. Let's see what happens. And I think that's why you should get encouraged, because I feel that he tuned back into Avengers, and that's why he's saying what he's saying. Mary?
Yeah, I like what he had to say, particularly because he recognizes the balance between his evolution as the character and the films themselves. Like he was Iron Man when Marvel movies were completely reinvigorated. Yep. So it's kind of interesting to see him recognize that, and I agree with you. I think it's exciting. We know he's been attached to these films, so we know he's going to be Iron Man, but the fact that he feels such a symbiosis with the brand and that he feels so connected to the brand, for me, it's a nice thing. I mean, I'm starting to feel like Robert Downey Jr. maybe is Tony Stark, and I feel like even in public appearances, he's really been embodying that. If you saw him at Comic-Con, this past year with the roses, I mean, he's very much playing the role of Tony Stark. I feel like it has entered his limbic brain, subconscious, so I think it'll be really fun to see him in the upcoming films.
I love these comments, but the main reason I love these comments is not because we're getting our first glimpse that maybe there's hope, because I still believe Avengers 3 will be the last time we see him as Iron Man, but this is the first sign of hope that, hey, maybe they might extend this deal. It's never been about, I think, whether Robert Downey Jr. wants to come back. It's whether or not he's been willing to get over himself a little bit and be willing to come back for a more reasonable price, because Marvel is very frugal when it comes to their stuff, and that's where the problems have always been. To me, the really exciting thing is, as a Robert Downey Jr. fan, this is the first time I've actually heard him kind of acknowledge, yeah, I was basically almost a nobody again before Iron Man came along. Iron Man made my career again, as much as I gave to it. And for me to hear him acknowledge that is very, very exciting. We haven't seen him, I mean, there's a debate to be had about Sherlock Holmes and whatnot, but he has not had a mega hit outside of playing Tony Stark, whether that's in Avengers or Iron Man or whatever. And I think maybe he's recognizing that and showing a little bit of appreciation for it. So to hear him kind of come around to that way of thinking, realizing, hey, Iron Man is successful because of me as much as I am successful because of Iron Man, and saying, hey, maybe we'll ride this thing out. You got to be excited about that.
And those are the key words, is ride this thing out, too, because he's in his 50s now, or he's going to be close to it, and to be able to play this as long as he can, and as long as he's allowed to. Feed your family, man. Do it, and you're doing it. You're a great actor. Feed your family. Do what you have to do. For as long as you can. Play it but that's why I was bringing up that thing with Avengers. As long as you still love it, and it seems like he does, and as long as he still loves it and likes playing the character, I don't think there's anybody out there that wants to see him recast. Sign the deal for as long as you can, dude, because we're going to support you.
Yeah, I've always said, if you have to recast him, recast him. I'm totally fine with that. But all other things being equal, get him back. And I'm so glad you brought up the thing, he's in his 50s. The great thing about Iron Man and Tony Stark is that this isn't Peter Parker. It's like, you can't have a 45-year-old Peter Parker, no, but you can have a 55-year-old Tony Stark. You can totally do that, so that's kind of interesting.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.